So, one of my last appointments before the pandemic, I pull up my app and I get there and I look down and it says Spanish speaking consultant. And obviously, I do not speak Spanish. So, I am like, oh, I'm already there. And usually, when it says that, like the people can speak a little bit of English, so it's fine. Other times, it's terrible and it just doesn't work out. But I decided to like go ahead and try. So I go in and I pull out my Google Translator, and it's this sweet little old lady. She was so excited to talk to me, and I was excited to talk to her too, because my favorite people to meet with are people that are old because usually they're like on fixed incomes, and having extra money in their pocket really, really helps them. And it makes me feel good to like get rid of their electric bill and give them, even if it's just $20, but usually it's more than that. So I even gave one guy was able to get an extra $100 a month in his pocket, which was really cool. But anyway, so this lady, I think she was like 87, something like that. But she didn't speak English. I did pull out the Google Translator. She really, really wanted to do this. But then she got really quiet because her grandson had gotten home and he was in the shower, and she started whispering. And so we're going back and forth with the translator. And she started telling me that her grandson could not hear what she was saying. And that she wanted to stay in her house. Like, she really wants to find a way to keep her house, but that her grandson is very abusive to her, and that she's had to call the police on him several times, and that they won't do anything. And that her family will not help her get him out of her house. And so she feels trapped in her own house, and she literally gets sick. She has stomach issues now. Like, this lady, she's so tiny, like so tiny, like under 100 pounds. She's probably like 5'2", and probably like, I don't know, 98 pounds maybe just barely 100. At the most, I would say maybe 102. She's so tiny, very, very fragile. Anyways, she told me these stories about her grandson and about how she loved her house. Her and her husband bought it together, and he had passed away, and that's where she wanted to live and die. But now she feels like she has to leave because of her grandson and his abuse. And like, I was literally crying with her. It was so sad. And that's the thing that I love about my job. I get to be real with people. I get to pray with them. I get to find out where they are and try to help them do whatever it is that they need, wherever they are. Anyways, I am plan on going back to her after the pandemic is over. For most of you, you know that I ended up getting COVID. I've actually been sick this entire time. It's ridiculous. My husband broke his back in February, and my son was in the hospital over spring break, and then the pandemic started, and then I was in the hospital, not with COVID. I had a procedure, and then I ended up with hospital-acquired pneumonia, and then I ended up with COVID, and then I ended up with pneumonia again, and then I ended up with strep throat, and the antibiotic didn't work, and so I'm still getting over strep throat. Oh, by the way, I had pancreatitis in there. So like, literally, we have been like, it seems like someone has been in the hospital this entire time. It's ridiculous. It's so crazy. This whole time has been like, it's been like the most depressing time in my life, because like, literally, I was away from my family for a long time, like stuck in my bedroom, and thankfully my husband was able to, take care of me. And then my doctor told me that I could actually have COVID, have it show up positive for like 6 to 8 weeks afterwards. So finally my husband was like, forget it, I'm going to be around you. Thankfully he didn't get it, and I did get retested, and it is negative now. But anyway, it has been absolutely ridiculous. So I can't wait to like actually go and sit back in people's homes and meet with people and talk to them and help them save money. And I hope that I get to share a lot more stories on here.